Hey guys, this is p4ndepravity once again, back with some Homesick. I have to apologize. This episode, when I was recording it, I hit the record button and got through the entire episode and went to go edit, cut, all that, and the track for my microphone was non-existent. So this is more of a commentary than a live reaction, which really truly broke my heart. I tried everything I could to locate that extra track. It's just not there. Something happened with my D3D gear that just vanished. So I will do my best to recreate some of the thoughts I was having as I was going through this and walk you guys through what was going on. So last episode we had discovered the key, used the key to open the janitor's closet, which contained that bucket that you see, and we were trying to figure out what to do next. The bucket we used to take the water from the bathtub, and then we were just exploring everything we had seen already, trying to see if anything would react to the bucket. I was also showing you what happens if you lay down in the bed. It basically just brings up that picture with the kid and the flowers, lays it on the bed, and then you lay down in it. That is actually how you save in this game. So now I'm just trying to figure out. I was thinking, oh yeah, one of the things I was talking about was I watched the first episode with my wife, and we were just talking about how interesting this game was, and she's not a gamer at all. She is the furthest thing from a gamer, but she was intrigued by this game, saying how after watching that first episode she was very interested to know what was going on, what the backstory was, what the situation was. And so I of course agreed, because to me this game is amazing. But one of the things that came to mind as I was pondering it, thinking about, the setting, the description of the game, I started thinking, I think we're in a dream. I think this is just a dream. I don't know by who or what, but so I got to thinking, maybe the water, like an Inception type thing, maybe the water is supposed to wake us up from the dream or something, and then we'd wake up to some horrible, terrible land or something. But so I decided to try and take the water and pour it on the bed. That didn't do anything, obviously. I was thinking, can I electrocute myself with the water, pouring it on a plug? But then I don't think there's any electricity in this building, so that was not the answer. So here, really, this episode, I spent a good portion of it just walking around trying to figure out what the water was supposed to, what I was supposed to do with the water. And I noticed, if you come in the bathroom and take the water out, or take the bucket out, normally when you have an item out and you walk around, after a certain amount of time, it just puts the item away on its own. But in the bathrooms, it doesn't. As you can see, the bucket stays out, and here I was saying, okay, I walk a couple steps out and it puts the bucket away. But in the bathroom, it doesn't do that. So I was trying to keep the water out, trying to pour it on everything. Can I pour the water on the pencil sharpener? No. There's a picture. Yeah, this is, man, this game is just, it's one of those things where it's like, it's simple. I thought, well, can I pour it on the axe? No, of course not. The game itself is so simple, it's almost counterintuitive. Because, after playing Battlefield and Call of Duty and Insurgency and PlanetSide, we're so, even like Resident Evil, games like that, we're so trained to look for these complex mathematical or multi-step solutions to puzzles and things, that this game really kind of flies in the face of all that, and it just simplifies everything, forces you to pare everything down to its base. At least in this first part. I'm sure that things become increasingly complicated as we progress. But so here I was thinking, okay, all the bathtubs have the faucets, but for some reason this bathtub does not have a faucet, and the drain is clogged with all that debris. So I was thinking, this bathroom must be the place, but it was no luck. There was no avail. I looked at that and I thought, well, that looks a lot like a time, like at 0200, 0300, 0400. But now that I'm seeing it, that makes no sense, unless it's 0130, 1230. That would be like 12 a.m., 12:30 a.m. But that I don't think has anything to do with the puzzle. So now I'm just still thinking it's possible that I shock myself in this dream that I presume is a dream. Do I shock myself to wake myself up? But I don't think that there's, at least at this point, I don't think that that's part of the solution. Before I fell asleep last night, I was driving my wife crazy. She would, we'd cuddle up and she'd be ready to fall asleep, and I'd be like, I bet you, and I would come up with some theory about the game or something, and she was like, are you going to be thinking about that all night? And I was like, yep, probably. That's just the way I tick. Like, we watch, anytime we watch a thought-provoking, thoughtful movie, I spend the next 2 or 3 days just poring over all the possibilities, all the different aspects of the movie, the universe of the movie. The last movie that was particularly like that was one called Her, and I highly recommend it. It's got Joaquin Phoenix. The premise is it's in the future, and they develop an operating system that is an AI that sort of is portable. It's one operating system for your phone, your computer at work. Everything is the same operating system, the same AI personality. And without trying not to spoil too much, you load this operating system up, and it asks you a couple of questions. I think one was like, what was the relationship like with your mother? And a couple just real simple psychological questions, like 1 or 2 questions. And based on your responses, it creates the personality for your AI. And this AI develops and stuff. I'll let you check it out for yourself, because it's definitely worth watching. But for the next 3 days, I just was thinking about all the different possibilities of having a global supercomputer at your whim. Thinking about how first of all, how unlikely that would ever be. But then thinking about, first, obviously I was thinking about, solving complicated math problems and calculating trajectories of bullets and calculating, possibilities of robbing a bank, just stupid things like that. But then more complicated stuff like, why couldn't the robot solve cancer? Why couldn't the robot solve, human immunodeficiency virus? Having a computer that powerful, I think could be used for much bigger applications than just my personal assistant. Like, oh hey, you just got an email. Yeah, you're scheduled to get a haircut today. Anyway, he ends up falling in love with this operating system, and it progresses from there. But this game is similar to that, where it's just going to have me if I'm not playing it, I'm going to be thinking about it because it's so just in depth. It's so deep in its I don't know, just the design, the ideas, and the concepts behind the game. Obviously, the aesthetics are awesome. A lot of detail, a lot of very beautiful art to it, but then the psychological aspect is incredible. So this first part, see, in here I was talking about the possibilities of this bathtub and things like that, and I was really pouring over the reasons why I thought it had to be this bathtub, you know, the differences this bathtub had from the other bathtubs. But thinking about it now, you know, that's just too complicated. It's like this world that I'm in is a simple world, very few amenities, very Spartan, very little to catch the eye. And once we get a little bit further, I'll sort of go into one of the other, actually something, an idea my wife came up with after watching the first episode. No, not the sink. You know, I kept thinking, see, that's the thing, I kept thinking all the things that are related to water. Oh, I never noticed those drips that came out before. I kept thinking all the different things that were related to water. Bathtub, sink, toilet, blah, blah, blah. And it turns out the answer was right in front of me the whole time. I never figured it out. I did figure it out, but it took me a long time. And when I did figure it out, finally I was like, oh yeah, of course, it's right in front of me. Yep, maybe the key goes in the bathtub. Maybe the picture goes in the bathtub. Nope. Oh, but wait, the flowers. And I know there's probably a lot of you out there who have been screaming this whole time, obviously it goes in the flowers, but it's so simple. And then, perfect. So much color. Okay. Good morning. Oh boy. This is not good. What's going on? Oh, can't go that way. Pitch black. What is happening? What's going on right now? There's blood everywhere. At least I think it's blood. Oh, the electricity's turned back on. Not entirely comforting at this time. I can't interact with anything. I have the axe. Can't go that way, but look. I can go this way. Why do we have the axe? I can't interact with anything. What's that sound? People? Children? Families, maybe? What is going on? Can I chop down this door? Yes. And I lose control again. I'm startled awake. That blood wasn't there before. At least I think it's blood. But yeah, definitely not there before. Wow, what was that? Okay. Where do we go from here? We've done the flowers, everything else is the same. These flowers, bathtub, everything's the same. I just take a quick inventory, make sure everything is as I expected. Oh, that door's open. Well, maybe now we can go grab that axe. Axe not there. Who took the axe? And why isn't it there anymore? Very odd. Continuing to take inventory here. Is there anything I'm supposed to get before I proceed to the next area? Just checking to make sure there's not, a person with an axe in one of these rooms. No more water. This is the new area. I immediately noticed the flowers on the ground. So now I'm assuming, okay, basically we have some puzzles. We have to water the flowers in each area. This was the hallway we went down. There are the flowers, but no, we still can't go down that hallway. Oh, it makes perfect sense. The flowers. Why didn't I think of that before? And this leads me to what I mentioned before, one of the ideas my wife had, and it sounds like it's probably accurate. I think this person that we are, is that child in the picture. Because think about it. At first I was thinking a coma. Someone woke up from a coma. That's why he was weak to lift the axe. And 00 number. Okay, let's file that away. 00 number. So what she thought was, well, you're a child. And then as she continued to talk about it, it's a child's room you wake up in, the picture of the sleepy moon, the pictures on the wall. It's got to be a child, because think about it, the music, this whole phase is all about innocence. The music, the flowers, there's no weapons involved. You're too innocent to be using a weapon. Your weapons are a bucket of water, a key you find, And the more I thought about it, the more I was like, that makes a lot of sense. You're a child. And, okay, so there's numbers on this page. 48 up at the top left. On the left-hand side, no more numbers, but on the right-hand side, you can see a 10%, a number, 7461321. So I think those are significant. We'll file that away. I spent a little bit of time talking about the numbers and demonstrating, just sort of going through each line, looking for other numbers. So I continue to go through these file cabinets, just some boxes, more boxes, more pictures. And what is that? Is that a subway car going into the water? And who is that man? Is that significant for anything? I don't know. I will say that film looks really crazy. I've never seen film like that before. Thick plastic border. Yeah, I've never seen anything like that. But yeah, is that water? Or it even looks like a rail car in cement. But I don't know. More pictures. Okay, looks like they're building a bridge of some sort. Okay, I never noticed the numbers at the top. 3573R. Maybe it's 3573. March 5th. Maybe. Go to the next filing cabinet. It's unlocked. We open it. Oh my gosh. Oh, you have no idea how much that startled me when that thing fell over. My heart just about leapt out of out of my chest. Okay, let's look at this. Number 54. Probably issue 54, I assume. But yeah, that filing cabinet, after going through all that stuff with the hatchet and the blood, there's some more numbers. Going down, there's 8925, 10%, 17850, 12750, 15%, 3625, 14641, and the last one was like 175 something. I'll end up looking at it again. Okay, issue 151. I don't see any numbers on that one. Anything in here? Nope. And that top one is locked. Alright. That filing cabinet freaked me out. There's something over there. I'm more drawn to the light. When I see light, I tend to go towards that. Okay, here's some water. We're going to need to water those plants. Oh. So it allowed me to place the bucket. But then I thought, at this rate, this is going to take forever. So I figured, let's just leave it. Maybe after a few minutes, it'll be full. So I went here. This is another one of those hallways. Doesn't let you walk down. Has the water bucket filled up? No. No, it hasn't. Hopefully that happens soon. Oh, this door's open. But how do I get in? And then I immediately thought, okay, we have to make it fall over. What was that code that we saw? Number 7000 something? Okay, let's go back and look at that code and see if that's the combination, because I'm pretty sure we have to... Alright, and I completely forgot 00 number. That's probably the code. Okay, so that other code wasn't on any of these. It was on that newspaper. Where was that? Was it in here? One of these file cabinets? Not in that picture. No, not in there. And I think it's in that last one. Okay, number 7461321. Could that be the code? 7461. Any numbers on here that I forgot that I didn't notice? No. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 4, 6, 1. Here we go. No, not it. Great. Back to square one. Oh, were there any numbers that I didn't notice? I know there were these numbers. 10%, 17850, and I started thinking maybe it's 10% of 17850, which would be 1785. But then I started thinking, you know, surely it's not that complicated. And then, now that I think about it, of course it's not. You're a child. This puzzle has to be... Maybe it's 7461 is this combination. 7461... No. Okay, maybe it's this combination. 9914. And then I started thinking the numbers that are there probably significant. 7, 4, 6, 1. And I started thinking, you know, you're a child, at least that's what I think now. I'm convinced. So the puzzle wouldn't be solved with some complicated math problem. 10% of 17,850. This kid's probably 8. He may not know how to solve that. It's going to be something more simple, and I think it has something to do with that dripping water. unlock it with the keys? No. Is there anything on that picture? I think that picture is only for the purposes of sleeping, which is saving. It's been a while. Is the bucket full? No, I don't think so. Oh, I can click the ceiling? What did that do? I just dropped the bucket. Where's the bucket? So you can tell I'm still sort of in Resident Evil mode, still in complex mode, trying to, do I pierce the ceiling with the key to open it? But the more I think about it, the more I think it's going to be something, one of those things that's, it's right there in your face. You just have to think outside the box a little bit, and that's what those games train you to do, is think inside the box. You go get the blue key goes into the blue keyhole. You got to get the crest that's shaped like a tiger. The tiger crest goes in the tiger thing. In order to get these, you have to fight some crazy boss. It's more challenge based as opposed to just thought based. Really Resident Evil is not so much a puzzle game. There are some puzzles, but even those, a lot of them are speed-based puzzles. You have to do something in a certain amount of time. You have to be quick about solving. Whereas this game, I think it's more of a thinker. You just have to explore, wander around, think about different things, and then you'll just stumble across, like I did with the water and the plants. You just stumble across the solution. These papers say anything? But we are getting close to the end. A couple more minutes, and then I am going to end this episode. Just one more quick check of all the things that we know. We've got those pictures with the plant, some sort of refinery. This is issue 48. It's got number 746132 something. This one has issue 171, no numbers. This one, issue 54, no numbers. I think the numbers are probably significant. Now that I think about it, you're a kid who doesn't know how to read. That's why everything is in hieroglyphics or whatever. You're too young to know how to read. That's what those symbols mean. That's what those symbols are. You're a kid who doesn't know how to read. Check the water bucket. Do I not poke it with the key? And I'm probably too short. I'm too small to reach that high. I was thinking maybe there's enough water to water these plants. But no, there's no water in there. I love this kind of stuff. I love it. I think this is the coolest thing ever. This could be one of my favorite games. And I apologize for the D3D gear up at the top. I know that's kind of distracting, but I've been using OBS and it doesn't work as well for me. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. I'm signing off here. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. I hope you're enjoying this series. If you are, let me know in the comments, leave a like, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.